What is going on, Pisces? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of October 19th through the 25th of 2020. Brian here, of course. Thank you for being here with me. Well, we got that sun that's going to transit into your ninth house. So this is definitely about expanding beliefs. This is definitely about, something bigger. What's out there. It's time to expand on all the deep stuff that you just went through with that eighth house transit and to, see what the universal truths are and to trust in those and to trust that intuition and to look for the gifts that come through that. We do have, of course, we'll go ahead and circle that. The Mercury is going to Cazimi conjunct with the Sun at the end of the week too in retrograde. So I think that's a big, snap of. It's crazy too because, Mercury, of course, is in the opposite house of where it would like to be in the third house. So I think this is where that right brain, left brain are just going to sync up in a pretty powerful way for you. And you're going to be able to actually analyze some of the intuitive facts that are coming in a more powerful way. And I'd say that's something pretty cool that you could look for. Mercury is going to oppose Uranus at the beginning of the week in retrograde for the second time. I would say that, again, it's kind of the same theme. It's this liberation of analytical facts. It's kind of like what's bigger, what's bigger in life right now. And I think you have to ask yourself that. And if you can kind of look for something more, that ninth house, and expand what beliefs or expand knowledge, I think it's going to help in a big way. And I think Uranus will, you'll find a balance there, and it might not be too crazy, but I think if you try to, in a sense, left brain analyze too much of the universe, it's just, you're never going to get there. It's too vast, right? So it is this kind of tug of war between, the left brain and the right brain, and how you want to express that message and how you want to express your beliefs to people in your life. Venus in your seventh house is definitely trying to, see what's up with other people. I would say relationships are important. They're, something you feel called to, or, but I think you got to make sure that your values are being met and that there's a balance there. Venus is going to square the nodes. So that north node, of course, in your fourth house, south node in your 10th house, I think you got to look for any sort of relationship with other people. They have to come from a place of emotional security. And I would say that, the 10th house can bring up guilt. And maybe that south node's trying to let you, break away from any sort of self-guilt you may have, or any sort of, structural what you think maybe a relationship needs to look like. Maybe it's just about, breaking free from that and trusting your gut and making sure that, if you're in your emotional ego and your emotional truth, that relationships are going to make their way to you because you're going to have that confidence in yourself and you're going to have that love for yourself. And I think that that's very important. So, and to build off that, Mars retrograde is finally done squaring all the Capricorn energy. So that's a huge relief. So now it's you can take action for yourself. You can, put the energy into yourself that you needed to. So I think this is kind of a good week in that sense. Mars has been going through a lot these last few weeks. And I think that there's finally this breakup of tension there. And tension between, maybe how you're breaking away or how you're innovating new things in life. And I think that you're just going to be able to do it from a place of confidence in a big way by being in that emotional ego and by expanding, the awareness here with the ninth houses too, also, So we do get Venus also trining Capricorn, Jupiter, Pluto, the Moon, and Saturn this week in your 11th house. So again, I think that this 11th house transit in general is really trying to kind of force you to break away from, the norms. It's kind of having you innovate within yourself and individuate. And I think that, if you're able to step into what, your truth is without just following, what everybody else is doing, you're going to naturally be inclined to find the relationships that are going to be the best for you. And, I would say that that's kind of where that's at. I think that things are going to fall into place if you're willing to just be you and be emotionally comfortable with who you are in your own ego. So, what else? Oh, that moon. It's going to transit into Aquarius for the first quarter square with the sun in your 9th house. So, this is kind of a surrender square right here for you Pisces. Like, this is like, what's bigger? What's out there? What's up, universe? Like, where are you going to take me in life? What are you going to show me? And I think that, if you just embrace whatever the gifts may be and whatever comes, I think that you're going to find that the confidence, I guess, just comes naturally because you're going to feel it. So let's see what the card is for you. It is the 9 of Swords upright. I mean, I would say that life would only be a nightmare, or life would only be hard if you let it right now. If you just surrender to something bigger, you're going to be free from anything. It's almost like you're not binded that tight to anything that scares you. You just have to be emotionally comfortable. You have to be secure in yourself, and, make sure that the relationships are secure too, and make sure that they're aligned with your beliefs, and make sure that they're confident, you're confident, and I don't think there's anything to be scared of. Maybe you might feel it, but I would say that the ultimate trust is in the fear of just letting go and letting the universe take the wheel right now. Love you very much, Pisces. Catch you next time. Peace.